And yet, to my surprise, when I was in Los Angeles recently, I learned that ECT, electroconvulsive therapy, is actually still used in the treatment of manic depression. Andy Behrman has become a celebrity in the US as a result of agreeing to ECT to curb the wildness of his bipolarity. I've never met someone who's been given electric shocks, 19 courses of convulsion. It's an extraordinary thing, and I'd just love to know what that's like and whether it worked for him.
So the next day I was in the hospital at 6 a.m. I was laying on a gurney, wheeled into a room. They connected the electrodes, they put the bite block in my mouth. Well, it was scary the first day, but... So I woke up in recovery and I had no idea where I was, except I knew I felt great.
Oh, you did?
Yeah. I was confused. My memory was a little shot.
Yeah, short-term memory loss is supposed to be...
Yeah, and if people tell you, if doctors tell you it's not real, they're lying. Mine was pretty long-term.
But you did feel better?
I felt like the concrete in my brain had been kind of liquefied and just shot through. And then my doctor said, you know what, we need to do maintenance therapy. I said, okay, how many treatments do I need? He said, hey, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, however many you need.
I'm interested in how Andy ended up being given such extreme treatment. His background was a respectable, middle-class Jewish family. But by his late teens and 20s, he was living out a truly manic existence. You were cute and you had blue eyes, and so you got a job as a dancer, male dancer.
Stripper.
Stripper is the word, in fact.
Whore.
Exactly, you did
Hustler,
it all.
prostitute. I did it all. That kind of all ended, and then, because you have to understand how the mind works, the manic mind, okay, what am I going to do next? Wait, maybe I should go to law school. Maybe I should go to medical school. No, that doesn't work. My sister's interested in public relations. Let's go into business together. We're making $3–4 million. Out of control. And then I realized, this isn't what I want to do. I want to be a writer. No, I desperately need to be an art dealer. And then we're doing $10 million a year. But then I take it another step further. So I start counterfeiting, going to Japan, going to Germany, selling, $1 million worth of paintings. I'm about to be arrested by the US government, and they're very excited because this is a big art crime, millions of dollars.
Over 10 years of crazy behaviour, but it was only when Andy went to prison that he was at last diagnosed as manic depressive. By this time, aged 30, he had already been on all kinds of medication, including lithium. They hadn't worked, so he was given the last resort, ECT. The treatment changed not just his mind, but his life.
So I wrote this article for the New York Times magazine called Electroboy, because a nurse had called me Electroboy in the hospital. And it was just a story, an 820-word story, about my experience with ECT. And then I'd have to say, from that point on in my life, nothing went wrong.
Andy's article became a best-selling book that was then optioned for a film. Suddenly, the whole world knew Electroboy.
Electroboy.com, Fighting Depression and Bipolar Disorder. All my closest friends have read your book and love it since they understand me slightly better now. I am 22 now and still suffering in bliss and agony.
Bliss and agony. That's a good phrase, yeah.
20% of people with bipolar disorder kill themselves. 40% never were able to function well enough and end up living with their families. Another 20% don't function at the level that they were ever going to be able to function at, and work as clerks or cashiers or things like that. And 20% somehow stabilize, recover, and just go on to lead extremely productive lives.
So do you think it's Andy Behrman who beat bipolar, or the doctors who found the cocktails? Or
no, it's me who beat bipolar in tandem with a doctor that I saw for 10 years. I think I came around because after 19 rounds of electroshock therapy and 37 different medications, she said, you're on your own, you can do it.
Yeah.
You're on your own, you can do it.
Oh, beautiful.
This is Stephen.
Hello. You're going to read your daddy's book one day and you're going to wonder.
She has an Electro Baby t-shirt.